I've got to call out this goofy little peasant again. I know we didn't really listen to him too much. I just really don't like listening to him. But we got to call it out. Check this out. His video, let's look at this real quick. His video was uploaded 5 minutes ago, and it has 1,683 views. Not likely. Not likely. Unless you're being propped up by the algorithm or you have a bot farm that's kicking butt. Let's listen into what he says.
The more lighthearted stuff, mock such a dangerous figure, and also have a more serious conversation about how bad it would be to have a president who is suffering in the way. Is this report that is just an absolute bombshell that I've been wanting to talk about, that goes through hundreds of experts have signed on to a Trump dementia petition, which is rare. You understand, people speaking out publicly in these sorts of professions, but signing their name to this petition to warn the American people about what's going on with Trump's brain. And this is something, especially with the right-wing attacks against Biden, that does not get enough attention, and it should. So we'll get...
And just so you know, someone tried to trick me the other day at a restaurant to sign a petition that they said had to do with abortion, which I didn't really, you could just tell there was something shady about these guys. These were two, stocky white dudes. One looks like he was punched in the nose, and I can picture them right now. But I'm telling you, these petitions that are being signed, that this child is saying, highly unlikely that they're doing it in any correct way. But let's listen in further
to that shocking report. But first, let's have a little bit of fun. A video, like I said, was put together by Midas Touch. Credit to them, always doing fantastic work. And you have
this child works in lockstep with Midas Touch, who is also one of these awful, god-awful paid propaganda news channels. I don't even like to call them news. Infotainment, Trump derangement syndrome, along with Pac-Man. These guys are goofy.
And my stupid people, when I wanted to refute it, they said, "Sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal."
Have you been noticing peculiar behavior recently in someone you know?
Carried out by
Someone who mixes fiction and reality?
the late great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful...
So, it's been said, doing my best, right? Because Saudi Arabia, Russia, it is just sort of silly. Or him, oranges, what is the word I'm trying to say? Or rebuttal. And so there is a funny element to it, but then also you have reporting like this. Experts are desperate, Salon reports, to warn the public.
Here's how you know it's poop sock peasantry, it's media manipulation, because they tell you, by goofing on them or sarcasm, they tell you exactly who to hate and how much to hate them. That's all they do. They get in the minds of people who are low, not really paying attention. Maybe they just want the entertainment value, so they have it playing in the background while they get ready for work. But it eventually seeps into their consciousness, and they believe their thoughts to be their own. And that's not true. So that's why these people, if you can call them that, are doing way more harm than any good at all. Look, there are real criticisms to be said about Trump. I'm the first one to say that. But these types of propaganda pieces are destroying America. People need to be aware of who the bad players are. Midas Touch. There's a lawyer that always goes on there too. He's an absolute peasant. And then they have Luke Beasley, peasant. Pac-Man, peasant. The Young Turks. What happened to these people? Who hurt them? What happened to these people? They all started getting a little bit of chump change from the right people, right? They started doing something strange for some change, you dig? So pay attention. You got to know who the people are that are rocking your ass to sleep. And this is one of the biggest ones.